Guys, so we have an urgent information coming out. Pope Leo has starkly warned that World War III is already being fought and that the future of humanity is at stake. All right, so this is coming out from Pope Leo. We're going to see what's going on with this news here, guys. Before I start, for those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. And for those of you that want to help and support the channel, we do have the Cash App link and the PayPal link in the comments box and also the description box. Once again, thank you so much for your support. Happy Friday. God bless to every single one of you. I'm praying that everyone had a blessed Thanksgiving, and I just got back home. It was a good, I'd say 2 days vacation. Just got back home, and yeah, the turkey was good. Everything was good, and being with the family is a blessing. Beautiful moments and beautiful memories. All right, so we're going to see what's going on here, guys. World War III is being fought, and the future of humanity is at stake. Here's the thing. I believe World War III was triggered 2001. You guys know what happened in New York. I think that was the opening doors of the World War III. Actually, give me a second here. Actually, I think it goes way before that. I remember when Senior Bush, back in the early 90s, he said that there will be a new world system. That there might have been the beginning of World War III, and then it led to September event. So in his first overseas speech since he was made the leader of Catholic world in May, the American Pope said that the ambitions and choices that trampled on justice and peace were throwing the world into chaos. He told political leaders in Turkey that the world was experiencing a heightened level of conflict on a global level, fueled by prevailing strategies of economic and military power. You know why? Sin problem. That's why. There's a sin problem. And again, the world is facing sin problem, and a lot of people not going to church. Again, the minds of many is leading towards wicked path. And Jesus said that there will be many wars, nation against nations. And here's the thing, people should not be following no man on earth. People should be following Jesus Christ, because he's the only way, the truth, and the life. In this world, there's nothing but trouble. But in Jesus Christ is eternal peace. It says here, we must in no way give into this, he pleaded, at an event with Turkish President Erdogan after they held a private meeting, adding that the future of humanity is at stake. I kind of agree with him on this one here, but again, we already know that this is happening. We already know it. Again, Jesus tells us that all this is going to take place. And then if you read Romans chapter 1, Paul tells us that God will give up many people to reprobate mind, a debased mind. Time of trouble. It says here, according to the Council of Foreign Relations, conflict has been reported in the Americas, Asia, Europe, and the Middle East and Africa. Very true. Very true. We are seeing something going on in the Americas, which is in the Caribbean, out there near Venezuela. Asia, can't forget about Asia, Japan, and China. That thing is looking pretty hot. And then you got Europe, again, NATO, the Europeans, Ukraine. Then you got Russia. Can't forget about the Middle East going on in Gaza and the Holy Land. And then you got Africa. Oh, guys, I just received information yesterday. Someone out there just won the election, and his name is Aid. You guys know the guy from Germany, the one with the mustache from 1940 something, 45. It started with an A. I can't say the name on this platform. Aid, you know what? Hit. I'm not gonna say the full name, but someone out there, I think in South Africa, he named himself that name and won the election. Why would people actually vote for someone like that? It's just crazy. It goes to tell you that people just in the wrong path. If you hear a name like that, you run away from it. Run away, not vote for it. The biggest conflict include Holy Land war against Hama and the Strip, which has seen airstrike hit targets across the enclave despite a cease plan being reached in October, as well as the bare invasion of Ukraine and a civil war in Sudan. Now, speaking to journalists aboard the Papal flight from Rome to Ankara, Pope Leo said he wanted to use his first overseas trip to urge peace for the world and to encourage the people of different backgrounds to live together in harmony. We hope to announce, transmit, proclaim how important peace is throughout the world, the Pope said at the beginning of a 3-hour flight. Here's the thing. If you want peace, Christ is the only peace. But if you want to look for peace in this world, you're not going to find it. Remember what Jesus says, what I bring to you is peace. What the world offers, destruction. All right, so what the world brings is destruction. Now it says here, he added that he wanted to invite all people to come together to search for greater unity, greater harmony. Come together. Okay, so come together. But here's the thing. He should be putting out the gospel. Spreading the gospel. Because, again, throughout the Old Testament, man has been putting out good works and all these things, but it didn't work. This is when the gospel comes in. Let the gospel do its work. Jesus is the way. Leo said, 70 years old, in good health, Leo, 70 years old, in good health, has a crowded itinerary during his 6-day overseas trip. In Turkey, he will also visit Istanbul Blue Mosque on Saturday in his first visit as Pope to a Muslim place of worship. Whoa, imagine that. Imagine that. You got a Catholic Pope going to a mosque and will celebrate a Catholic Mass at the city Volkswagen Arena. Here's the thing, guys. I just feel like you got so many churches out there in trouble. This is why the true church is us, the people. We are the true church. Those buildings, these high power, these mega pastors, it's just a whole different ball game. The true church is us. We are the church. And the gospel is the word of God. And that's all we need. Again, but when it comes to all this, it's just a whole different ball game. Stuff like this just, I don't get involved in it. I just don't. It become political. It become a whole different situation here. All right, so it says, peace is expected to be a key theme of the Pope's visit to Lebanon, which starts on Sunday. Now, the question is, what peace is he talking about? Because the peace I know is Jesus Christ. Did he mention Jesus? That's the, that's the big question mark. Is he spreading the gospel? Is he saying, hey, in order for all this to come to an end, we need to focus on Jesus Christ? I mean, he's supposed to be a man of God and put out the gospel. I'm just saying. But let's see what's going on here. Lebanon, which has the largest share of Christians in the Mid-East, has been rocked by the spillover of the Strip conflict as the Holy Land and Lebanon against certain groups, Hezbollah, went to war, culminating in a devastating Holy Land offensive. Leaders in Lebanon, which host 1 million Syrian Palestinian refugees and is also struggling to recover after years of economic crisis, are worried that the Holy Land would dramatically escalate its strikes in coming months, and hope the papal visit might bring global attention to the country. Wow. What are your thoughts on that, guys? Give me a second. Here, there we go. What are your thoughts on this? I mean, it just... Once again, World War III is being fought. And that's true. This is just the tip of it. But when I see World War III, like the main event, I'm seeing famines and pestilence. I'm seeing crops literally wiped out. In the sky, the sun being blocked. I'm seeing many hiding in caves. I'm seeing again, it's just chaotic nightmare and coming to reality. But what we are witnessing is just the tip of the iceberg. Now, give me a second here, guys. Give me 1 second. And thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you again for your support. I really appreciate it. So I want to take you to this news here. I'm gonna have to fix something here because I just got home. This is gonna take only a split second. There you go. See, that's it. It's all back on. Okay, so Ukraine has carried out a significant drone strike on Russian Belgorod region. I mean, they really dropped the hammer. All right, so what's going on with this peace stuff? Because I don't know what's going on, to be honest. Someone said, what happened to the peace agreement? Again, that's what I'm trying to figure out here. What happened to the peace agreement? Man. Someone is like, I thought both sides want a peace deal. They still working on it. They still working on the peace agreement stuff. All right, so you guys Zelensky here, and... Alright, so let's see what's going on here. So Zelensky said the head of the presidential office is resigning. Wow. It's not looking good. The cabinet of ministers and MP must approve the budget, appoint new ministers of energy and justice, and assess the performance of all current ministers. The security service of Ukraine will conduct an analysis by regions. Decision will follow. There is a lot of negative feedback coming from the regions, the army. There are problems. There will be a fair redistribution of personnel between brigades. A decision will be made. We have no right to retreat or quarrel. What happened to the peace? Someone said he is the one needs to resign. I agree, guys, and I've been saying this for a very long time. Z, he needs to resign. His term was up. He should not be in the spotlight. His term was up May 2023. It's going on almost 2 years. The reason why he's still in power because he is extending martial law. Whenever there's martial law in their constitution, whenever there's martial law, they remain in power. Now, I remember Donald and Vice President Mike J.D. Vance, they said, how come you don't hold a fair election? Why you always got to extend martial law? Yes, your country's seen war, but it ain't like catastrophic stuff, man. All right, so it's true. You don't need to be extending martial law. And again, the reason why he does it because he knows that he won't be elected if there's a fair election. Give me a second here, because a lot of people just don't want war, period. I'm trying to see if there's any more updates here when it comes to nation against nation, but this is the one here. It seems like this is the big ones today too. So you do have Zelensky Chief of Staff Andrei has just submitted his resignation. There will be a complete reboot of the office of the President of Ukraine. This is it's kind of strange, but you know, when it comes to working a peace deal, you know, everybody coming together, not resigning. There will be a complete reboot of office of the President of Ukraine. Tomorrow, I will hold consultations regarding the new head of the presidential office, Zelensky said. Zelensky announced Friday that his chief of staff has resigned following a raid carried out by Ukraine's anti-corruption agencies in a connection with an ongoing investigation into a $100 million kickback scheme in the country's strategic energy sector. Whoa. All right, so that's one of the latest updates there. All right, guys. I got some more videos coming up, but I just wanted to bring this information up really quick to you. So again, share, like, subscribe, and I want to thank every single one of you for your support. And also, I pray that every single one of you had a blessed Thanksgiving. Yeah, so we got another holiday coming up. But again, like, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching. For those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time later. Peace.